Guys, I literally have like nothing really, anything good to say about this Portugal team, that we played against Mexico, man. It's just an absolute joke, dude. It was actually embarrassing to watch live. Honestly, I wish I just could have taken 90 minutes of my time and put it towards something else because it was just a waste watching it on TV, man. It's just a joke. Like, what are we doing, man? I understand it's like a friendly. You go into games, you try to win, man. You don't just go in just to pass the ball around. It's not training. You already lost like a lot of viewers, so with CR7 not even playing, I think a lot of the ticket sales for this game even went down because a lot of people just wanted to go to see Ronaldo, man. It's just he's a big name for the game. He's a big name in the sport. Obviously, people are going to want to go to the Azteca. Don't want to go see CR7. He's not there. The ticket prices like drop like 60%. I saw it was absolutely insane. But obviously, you kind of want to put on like a good game, and it was like absolutely embarrassing. Guys, we're getting into this game a little bit, man. Obviously, some of you guys don't know who I am. Guys, I play, FC. Kind of want to put a lot of my thought into, IRL football. So I watch the game a lot. I think I have a lot to say. I think some of what I say is pretty good. So if you guys do enjoy, thumbs up, subscribe. Obviously coming from somebody who is half Portuguese, half Italian, guys. I watch, the sport religiously. I watch, I'm a Juve fan. I watch my team. I watch my nation. Obviously, I watch Portugal and Italy. And guys, both my nations suck. It's actually sad. So we're going to talk about this game, and it's an absolute joke. Guys, I think the talent pool that we have at Portugal for the striker spot is very, very minimal, man. It's actually getting very sad that we have no one good to replace a 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. It's actually very sad that he is our best option. Here I am thinking that maybe, we could have got like the best out of Rafael Leao. He plays at AC Milan. They were playing Leao and I think Pulisic before he got injured at AC Milan as the nines, and it didn't work out. How is this possible, guys? That guy is 26 years old. Guys, again, I think there's like a thing with Leao since Sporting days, and a lot of people know if you guys watch Liga Portugal, you guys might have followed him over at Lyon and stuff like that. When he went to AC Milan, guys, Leao has this thing of just being like lazy. I don't know what it is. I think Leao could arguably be like a top 5 winger in the world. He has that talent because we did see it last year as well. We saw it in the Nations League. We see it in the Euro. Like, this guy's actually a good player. It's just like, dude, I feel like he like picks and chooses when he wants to be good because I think this guy could be absolutely insane. If he just had his A game every game, dude, it would actually be insane. Like, he would have an insane run, probably up there with Vinny, up there with Mbappe on the wings. Players like Rafinha, even like Olise now at Bayern. I think Leao could be up there. You see like the glimpse at AC Milan. He's actually a really good player. It's just like I thought he could actually maybe be, not a lot of these guys are like Ronaldo who, went from a winger to the striker, can't play the left, can play the right, can play down the middle. A lot of people aren't like that. I think that's kind of like what we were spoiled with a lot, these past 10-15 years of these players like 1 in a million, like Messi, like Ronaldo, who could play anywhere on the pitch that they want. But guys, again, like I thought maybe he could do it, he can't. Then we have players like Gonzalo Ramos who come from Benfica, obviously went to PSG at a young age, and this guy can't even play the 9 at PSG on his own team. He gets out positioned by players who play the wing or play center mid. We have people like Dembele, we have Barcola who play striker over him. We have even Cavaro who's played striker a couple times. We have even players like Melulu who play over him. Guys, how can this guy be, the heir? We see the heir to CR7, and it's like he can't be up there. He can't because, dude, this guy doesn't even start on his own club team. He's had his chance, and he just doesn't prove it, man. On the national team, he's played. And guys, the only thing I can say about Ramos is that the best thing he actually ever did for the national team was score that hat trick. Guys, that hat trick was 3 years ago, man. The best performance this guy's ever done was 3 years ago. And that was during a World Cup. And then during the Cup, when we played against Morocco, and this guy couldn't do anything. This guy didn't show up. We had benched CR7 in that game, which still haunts the nation to this day. And Cancelo, who came on 15-20 minutes before the game ended, and he actually did more than what anyone else on that team did for 70-75 minutes. It's actually crazy, bro. So I think like Gonzalo Ramos has to figure it out, or we have to look for someone else to play the 9, or we got to continue playing CR7 before his time runs out. Man, he's 41. He's gonna retire sooner rather than later, and there's no one else. We actually have literally no other player to play over him, and it's actually getting really sad. Obviously, we talk about even like Gonzalo Guedes, who came on as well, dude. Like, we have Guedes who plays, he was at Wolves, didn't really do too much. He was at Real Sociedad, he was at Valencia. Guys, this guy's been all over the place in La Liga, in the Premier League, went to even Benfica, back to Benfica there. Guys, this guy, again, like, he was doing pretty well like a few years ago, but again, these guys kind of have like their spurts, they have like their moments, their peaks, and then that's it, and they kind of die off. There's a lot of players on Portugal that are like that. Probably our highest talent like that was probably Renato Sanchez, of how high he, like his high highs, and he had really low lows. Now he's in Greece, so that guy kind of fell off too, man. But talking about like first striker, guys, we have literally nobody that could play right now who is kind of in their peak. Literally no one else. I don't think Gonzalo Ramos is that guy. He showed that against Mexico, dude. 2 chances, which we'll look at because I found the clip as well on Twitter, which is absolutely abysmal. I think anyone who plays, I probably find it under an under 17, under 20, like some random guy. Like, even if you play like a random club level in my area, and I live in Canada, bro, I probably find someone who could finish that chance. Twice this guy missed best. So I think even then we have no strikers. Very, very sad. Even like Paulino, who plays at Toluca in Mexico, bro. Like this guy's, I don't even know how old this guy is. I think he's in his 30s. I forgot this guy even played. And dude, that's the other option that we have. Like, where are the kids that are, Amaral? We don't even have Amaral from Benfica, who's a younger player. I think he's under 20. I think he's like 18 years old. We don't even have maybe Carlos Forbes, who plays at Club Brugge, who used to play at City a few years ago. These are the guys, man, I want to look at. And it's like, dude, they're not being played. I don't know what it is, but don't call up Gonzalo Ramos. Don't call up Paulina. Bring up the younger guys, maybe because they're not really proven too much. I know Portugal had that thing where it's like, if these guys aren't on big teams, they don't really play. Like, this is the same thing I had with Nuno Mendes. We didn't play Nuno Mendes till he went to PSG from Sporting. I mean, that year he went to PSG, this guy got called up right away. Hopefully Martinez can maybe figure it out, man, a little bit. But it is actually, getting really, really scary that if Ronaldo leaves, obviously he's gonna retire pretty soon. I think once he leaves, man, Portugal will be in a really, really bad spot. I don't even think we're gonna be a top 10 nation. I can say that with chest. I don't think Portugal will be up there. I think we're definitely gonna fall off a little bit. We're like, what, top 5, top 6 right now? Those numbers kind of go up for the past few years. We've won 3 trophies in the past 10 years. Nations League, and we won a Euro. Obviously, Nations League's not gonna, have too much weight on it. But again, it's still a trophy that we never had for a long time, man. We went like 70 years with no trophies, and we have 3 in 10 years. So obviously, Portugal's kind of like the country on the rise, but without the the proper talent at the 9 spot, like without CR7 guys, like Portugal looks super, super mid tier. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to take a look at Gonzalo Ramos here, because I did find the clip, guys. It's not looking too good, guys. These are some of the clips I did see, man. Like, how are you a professional player, bro? This chance right here, man, just like made me like, dude, I almost jumped out of my seat watching this live. Like, dude, how do you miss this? You are 24 years old. You play at PSG. You can't finish a chance like that. Obviously, it's going to be showing in slow motion, but it's another chance here that he missed it in front of the net. I think it hit the post, but again, bro, like, you're right in front of the net. You're 5 feet away. How are you not hitting that? Again, we see Bruno Fernandes, who, guys, I think Bruno is going to be, no, there's no problem in our midfield again. Bruno's going to be an absolute beast for us. I think Vitinha again, Joao Neves, our midfield's absolutely, like, I think it's like an S tier, bro. It's absolutely like a top 3 midfield. Obviously up there, against England, against Spain, even France. France have like so many good players. Spain as well, up there with Pedri. England, Declan Rice, stuff like that. I think Portugal's midfield, like 3 midfielders that can play all at the same time, like create so many good chances. I think we're up there for sure. So I think our midfield's not even a problem. Our defense, again, also is lacking. And it's like, dude, our defense might sell us at the World Cup too. But I think like the attack, dude, I think honestly, like, we have to get that where we can create the chances for sure. We see those players to finish. I think Leao has to, I think Leao can finish. I think even like Nuno Mendes, if you get the, you're at that, maybe you get to play him in the attack, which he can do. Obviously, we saw him score and assist with PSG. Absolutely insane. This guy can play defense, he can play attack, he can do pretty much anything. I think he's probably one of the best fullbacks in the world, probably taking over like Davies. And who else can you really look at for a pure fullback? Like, I think it's got to be him, man. Even like Trent, I think it's literally Nuno Mendes is the best like fullback in the world. And I think him playing the attack defense is going to be super, super crucial for us if we want to play like a 3-back, a 4-back. Doesn't even matter. If he has to play the attack, play the wing, I think it's definitely an option we can use, man. So I definitely like that. And we already know Nuno Mendes and his Ronaldo connection are like really, really good. It's obviously they're creating chances with left and right. Obviously, we saw that in the Nations League. We saw it during the Euros. Absolute beast. So I definitely think even like the quality games, I think Nuno Mendes and Ronaldo's connections is very, very important for us. So definitely want to do that. But again, guys, I think CR7 is like the best option that we have right now, man. I don't want to hear about his age or whatever, man, because he is a pure 9 now. We know Ronaldo as like, like a skillful winger. If you guys are like, 22 plus, so you guys didn't know Ronaldo as like a skillful winger, cut inside and then start dropping finesse and stuff like that. But he's transformed his game from, doing all that and just being a pure poacher, probably the best poacher of all time, I think. So I think for me, like, that's going to be his, bread and butter when he comes play for the World Cup. If he starts, just put him in the box. He's scary, man, for a lot of opponents. Like, even as him being 41 years old, I think a lot of people are still going to have to put, 2, 3 defenders on him, which definitely pulls out, a lot more space for these attackers. You can have maybe Leao open, Neto, Conceição open for options. So I think you definitely see that a lot. If you guys watch Portugal's games, you see Ronaldo, like 2, 3 guys, they're pulling on his jersey. Obviously, you get foul, stuff like that. So that's definitely a good shout. I definitely think it's definitely possible that maybe like Ronaldo's just used even as a distraction. I think Ronaldo as a distraction to be very, very useful for Portugal, because these guys, we can create the chances, but we have to make sure that we finish. But I did also want to say something that I did think, take you with a grain of salt, because we did see, some bad, not always the best, time to be in the news. We saw, Mourinho, not the best time in the news, with the Vinny and Prestiani situation, but he did come out and say, this is with a goal. Take Cristiano Ronaldo out of the picture, and Portugal look like a run-of-the-mill team. Guys, tell me where this guy is saying this, and it's not facts. Guys, like, you kind of saw with the Mexico, man. Like, you saw with the Mexico game. Like, Portugal looks so mid, bro. No one shows up. No one cares. No one cares for Portugal, bro. Like, they look mid. I think, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's name is definitely, like, a big, big factor, because he's arguably one of the greatest players in the world, biggest players, biggest name, best players in history, and he's gonna be there. A lot of people are gonna want to go see him. We don't have like that talent pool where it's like, oh my god, I want to go to the stadium and go see Bruno. I want to go to the stadium and go see Joao Felix. No man, I want to go to the stadium. I want to see CR7, and he's not gonna be there. And it's not even just the name. It's like the goals. You want to see the goals, and Portugal are not. I don't think we're going to be scoring a lot of goals, man, if Ronaldo's not there, which is definitely going to be a very, very big problem. I think Portugal are going to have to score more goals than they are to, defend. I think our defense is definitely going to sell us at the World Cup for sure. That's a whole different thing. I think Ruben Diaz not having the best season. Our back line's not the best without Cancelo and Nuno Mendes, right? Those guys, pretty solid. I think even like Cancelo at Barca is very important. I think even like Dalot's not the best right now. Even at United, a lot of United fans would agree that he's not the best player on the right side. So I think Cancelo would start. Nelson Semedo, I don't even know why the heck that guy's even there. We have Mateus Nunes now. I think Nelson Semedo should not be on that team. He's just a little too old, kind of out of his prime. Nuno Mendes, the best left back that we have for sure. You want to use. Obviously, you can use like Renato Vega and stuff like that, who's pretty solid. Plays at Villarreal, not the best team right now, but again, definitely a good option. But I think Inacio, man, this guy, like again, this guy's probably the best in a 3-back. With Sport thing, I think probably his best show. But again, I don't know if we're gonna be playing a 3-back a lot. Most likely 4-backs, which we did see. So again, man, I think even like Ruben Diaz, like our back line's not the best right now. So definitely, I think Portugal's best bet is that we can score more goals. And if we want to do that, we have to play CR7. Guys, that's all I'm going to say today, man. I think Portugal not having, a proper 9 to replace Ronaldo is definitely a fact. We have no one else really there. I think CR7 is the best shout. What are you guys' thoughts down below? I definitely want to hear it, man. I love you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Later.